Making an intensive flow of cargoes possible requires an intensive traffic of cargo vessels. What each person on board a vessel most desires is to begin a trip or return from one with safety and peace of mind. Coordinating the traffic of all these vessels and leading them through the safest way between the port and the open sea is the work of a very special group of highly qualified professionals. Each port is unique with its access canal and many berthing docks. These waters hide secrets that only those who work here can know well. A variable seabed relief that is not visible to those on the surface and that is closer to the vessel's hull depending on the volume of cargo transported, its draft, and the variation of tidal heights. That is why, after crossing an ocean with one's vessel, when approaching a port, the master counts on the assistance of the local specialist. Professional known as a maritime pilot. On the Sao Paulo state seashore, masters of vessels count on the support of pilots and over 100 employees of the Sao Paulo Central Pilot Station.
È di vitale importanza per le navi.
My feeling here is very safe.
The increasingly higher importance of the pilot's work is related to the development of international trade, leading to the growth of cargo flow in the nation's ports. To this, we must add the construction of new terminals, the revamping of existing ones, and the presence in our waters of increasingly larger vessels, whether in their width, length, or draft. Considering the width of the canal where these large vessels navigate has been unaltered in recent years, the flow of such traffic requires great ability so that arrival and departure maneuvers are made in the safest manner. The Sao Paulo Pilot Station conducts this work 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, even when adverse weather conditions must be faced. It organizes all arrivals, departures, and flows of vessels within the port and surrounding areas. More than just maneuvering vessels, the company coordinates maritime traffic and manages navigational risks in restricted waters. It checks the alignment conditions and assists in the application of maritime and port authorities' norms. It also manages work shifts of the pilots and all the supporting infrastructure such as the boats, the dockyard, and the administrative area. The transportation of pilots between shore and the vessels counts on a fleet of bar, port, and mooring pilot boats. Ashore, the Sao Paulo Pilot Station counts on the most modern operational center for the waterways in the country. It is the C3OT, located in the port of Santos. This center coordinates all arrivals, departures, and flow of vessels in the port and outer road areas. The flow of vessels is constantly monitored in an area approximately 20 kilometers long, from the beginning of the Port of Santos access canal to the more distant terminals in Cubatao. Distributed throughout the estuary area are equipment that measure direction and intensity of winds and currents, the visibility range, tidal heights, the period and heights of sea waves. They work in sync with sophisticated traffic monitoring systems, supplying a large volume of data directly to the operational center. Here, two operators are in direct contact with pilots on board vessels to supply them with information in real time about the traffic of vessels and boats, the situation of berthing or unberthing docks. To become a member of the pilot team, one must undergo the selection process conducted by the Navy and complete the required tests. During this preparation stage, a future pilot learns a large volume of technical skills. undergoing a stage that takes between 12 and 15 months, and once again is evaluated by the Navy. Only after due approval, the person may begin activities as a professional pilot, being part of a process that goes well beyond the transport of cargoes and vessel traffic. After all, being a pilot is playing an important role in the safety of a port's population. It means protecting the environment against accidents involving large vessels. It means being a key player in the development of a nation's economy. And above all, it means ensuring that all arrival and departure port waterways are navigated with safety and efficiency. The Sao Paulo State Pilot Station. Safety, punctuality, and technology, serving trade in Brazil.